Alright guys, so today I wanted to film a special series. It's another one based off of Legend of Zelda. This one's a bit different though. With this one, we're going to be breaking the game significantly actually. And I mean, if you play the game as much as I have, you get a lot of enjoyment out of just breaking the game so thoroughly. So we're going to do a lot of things out of order, and we're going to play the game all kinds of wrong, alright? And I'm going to show you guys how. So I actually have a special map for this that I'm going to include in the comments, and that's going to help you a lot with this, because you need to know how to navigate. You'll see here shortly. So first of all, we're not going to save Zelda. At least not for a while. You don't have to save Zelda for quite a long time. Now you do have to save her eventually when you want the mirror. That is kind of a thing. But what we're going to do here, first we're going to start out, we're going to get the sword, because we are going to need the sword a bit. We're kind of going to need that. It's a little important. I think I will go ahead and get some magic as well. Some rupees never hurt. And then we're going to press on. Now, up until now, I've played the game basically normally. But this is where things change. So we're going to go up here. And we're just going to go up these stairs. I'm going to jump off, and as we're transitioning, before you touch the bottom, save and quit. Okay? Then we get right back in. Alright, so we start back here. And we're going to go up here. And now what I just did was I basically primed this glitch. And how it works is it still thinks that I'm on the layer that I was on. And after I take damage there, it makes me basically be able to clip through the wall for a moment. Now, a lot of people have done this glitch before, but we're not going to use it just to go and beat Ganon. I mean, that's been played to death. So, what I'm going to use it for is to kind of just allow us to get into town. Just like this. This place may kind of ring a bell, but in this palette it's going to be a little different looking. If you can't tell, now you know what place that was. So this is what the town looks like when you're in it with it raining, basically. And it's gonna be like this pretty much throughout the whole area. But we're after some things here. Oh, we're gonna have to go get some bombs real quick. So I did mess up a little bit. I'm gonna have to go get the bombs out of the cave. And those bombs should be enough to get me by for a little bit. So we're going to go down here, we're going to get the bombs. Now, we're going to be playing a lot of things out of order. And some dungeons, I'm not even going to beat. Also, some, you're going to see me beat one of them in particular twice. And I'll tell you the reason for that soon. Alright, so we still got 2 bombs. Now we only got 3 hearts. That's not a big deal though, really. Can get by with 3 hearts. Here's what we're gonna do. So we'll go down here first. We'll get some much needed rupees and such. Because we are going to need those later. Especially when we go to get the flippers. Now you'll note that a lot of NPCs aren't really around. And that's because we haven't triggered past the first event. Well, I messed that up, didn't I? So until you rescue Zelda, basically most of the people in the town don't spawn. A lot of them won't. And that's just triggered by the game being in basically 3 phases. So, your Light World phase, or your original Light World, it actually has 3 different phases. It has this phase, where it's raining. It has the second phase, which is right after you save Zelda, and it's just kind of normal, for the most part. And then it has the third phase, which is after you get a little further in the Dark World. The enemies get stronger. So that's a thing. Well, I messed up again. Oh well. Usually I can get this the first time. Oh, moving along now. So this particular phase of the world can be a bit buggy, because you'll note that there were guards and stuff initially. And if you go into the area with those guards, things are going to kind of bug out. So you want to avoid that for now. But what you should do is definitely get the net. Oh wait, I gotta have a jar first. So get a jar, then a net. Now NPCs that are inside of buildings are largely unaffected by this. So you'll note that NPCs that are inside buildings aren't really affected by the phases of the world. I mean, their situation remains relatively static. Alright, so we're going to grab the net and we're going to move along here. And let's see. Let's go in here and get the heart piece. Because we're not really going to be getting hearts the conventional way. We're not going to be beating a lot of dungeons. So that means we're not going to have nearly as many hearts. Oh. Well, that was interesting. I am not sure what happened there. I've actually never seen that happen before. That's a new one. Well, I got the boomerang one way or another. I'll be interested to know what's in the boomerang chest now. Alright, so pressing on. Let's see. Oh, ultimately you do need the dash boots to get into the second palace no matter what. So let's kind of explore the world a little bit like this. You know, show you what rainy Hyrule looks like. And you'll note that enemies haven't spawned yet or anything like that, so it's fairly chill. There's not a lot going on. It's actually kind of boring. Even the lumberjacks haven't spawned yet. Alright, so the reason you see this is because there's basically only one transparency layer. So you have the transparency layer of the forest, which this is the normal transparency layer for the forest. However, the lightning bolts are kind of a thing. But as far as the transparency layer goes, it can't render two at once, is the deal. Oh, even the mushroom hasn't spawned yet, so much for the magic powder. So that's why you see the rain in the regular light world, but you don't see it when we go in the forest. It can't really render on top of another transparency layer. And that's just an interesting thing for like the background of the game, you know? And I gotta preface this with just saying that I love this game to death. And I do play it regularly, you know, I don't play it with cheats all the time. And I gotta tell you, this is on a regular Super Nintendo console. This is just an off-the-shelf version of Zelda Link to the Past. This bug is in every single one for the Super Nintendo. Mind you, the Japanese one has a few extra bugs you can exploit. But this one is basically in every Zelda Link to the Past game on SNES. And I think even a lot of the ROMs and stuff have the same deal. So pretty much any emulated version of this that you play, it's gonna be like this. It's gonna have this glitch. And I mean, this glitch is like the mother of all glitches as far as Zelda goes. If you know how to do this and exploit this, then you can go anywhere almost. We're going to take a tour around. Let's see. Let's have a look around here. So to get the boots, I'm gonna have to beat the first dungeon. But there's something I want to do before I go there. There's something important I need to do. So I'll show you what that is. So we're going to glitch out again. And this time we're going to do something interesting. And this is going to change a lot of things. I don't know if that executed. We'll try this again. That should be good enough. Alright, so we're going to load our glitch again. And we're going to go back in. And we're going to do something very interesting because there's an item I want to get that I really can't even explain it. It's just so... It's really weird. This is really strange. And I discovered it just messing around, but I think you guys will like this. Alright, so we're going to go this way. And we are going to go down. And it helps if you just follow along, kind of. On your map. So here we have Zelda's cell. We're going to dodge over a little. Slide down. Keep going down. And we're going to go down, I think, one more. And then we're going to try and cross. I believe that this will work here. You got to be careful not to pop out of the wall here. Because if you do push, you will come out of the wall and you will be in this dungeon. And right now, we don't want to be in this dungeon. Not just yet. Let's see, where are we here? Let's see here. I'm going to try and cross over. And we're going to slide. I guess we'll go down one. And we'll go this way. Well, that's not traversable. So we'll try to go this way. Alright, so we've gotten to about where we want to be. And we're just going to go up a little bit to make this a little easier for us. And we're going to pop out right there. Yeah. So we're going to go this way and get the master key real quick. And now, it may look like we are in this dungeon, but as far as the game's code is concerned, we are not. So that may sound complicated, but actually it's really simple. So, as far as any items we collect while we're here, after we traversed it from the main palace, any keys we pick up, even the big key, will actually count towards credit for this. So we're in the dungeon, but we're not really in the dungeon. And that's going to become apparent later, because after I pick up this big key here, we were just credited a big key for the first palace. So now, anytime we warp through a wall from the first palace, any dungeon we pop into is still technically the first palace, or basically the castle. And the significance of that is pretty important. Because now, anytime we go anywhere else, we'll have a big key to it. Right off the bat. Oof. That was rough. And that'll be very helpful later for some of the shenanigans we get up to. So, this is the dungeon that we're actually going to beat twice. And I'll show you why here soon. You'll understand why I would want to beat this dungeon twice and what my motivations will be after we're done with this. But I have a good reason for it. I always forget where the switch is in here. Always forgetting that switch. Alright, so we're gonna beat the knights like everything's normal, you know? Just like it's any other Zelda run, but something very different is about to happen. And honestly, I'm not gonna be able to explain why this happens. I really couldn't tell you why it happens that way. Let's see, I had a bad angle on these. Come on now. Almost there. There we go. So we got a piece of heart, but we didn't. What we did get though, we got the ether medallion. And now we are locked in this dungeon at this point. The game isn't locked up, but we're stuck in here. So we kind of have to leave this way. That's how we get out of that. And that happens with essentially any of the White World dungeons that you portal into. And I know it's strange. But you can only get one ether medallion, and it's always the ether medallion. And I cannot tell you why. But it just is. Alright, so we defeated the knights. However, we didn't get the pendant when we beat them. Because we beat them a little different than what the game thought we would. So we need to go back and get that pendant. And that's really the only pendant we're going to need. We're not going to need any other pendants. You'll see why soon. So let's go back and beat the knights. I love how they can hear that. So we're gonna phase back around to town. Let's go check out rainy Kakariko Town again. And this pathing is pretty easy to remember. Eventually you'll start to memorize your routes. But once you start out, I mean, you're going to want to use that map I'm putting in the comments pretty extensively. Alright, so I really want the dash boots. So we're going to go and beat the knights. So we don't want to go this way, and there's a good reason for that. Because we don't want to go past the guards I mentioned earlier. Things get very buggy when you try to go that way. And if you don't know the actual path to go to, then, well, it's going to cause some problems for you. And like I said earlier, I mean, this is just regular Zelda Link to the Past on a Super Nintendo. Like, on this channel, we only play on the original hardware with the original game. No emulators. So this isn't a hacked ROM or anything. I mean, you could pull this off the shelf and do this in your own home right now. If you have, you know, a Super Nintendo and Zelda Link to the Past laying around. Alright, so the plus side of this is we don't have to worry about any enemies. Let's see. Should be this way. And I'm lost. There we go. It's this way. Alright, so we're going to go back to the palace. And some of it we're going to have to do the regular way. But we've already unlocked all the big doors. Which is very important that you do that. Because when you come back, you're not going to have credit for that big key that you gained earlier. So it's something to keep in mind as you go along, that you kind of have to memorize where you got the big keys at. Because the game, I mean, it's really not going to know whether you do or don't. So if you're doing this normally, you can go to the right if you want the compass or the map, but you don't need it. I mean, depending on how well you know this dungeon as well. Sometimes those guys can glitch out like that. They get a little buggy sometimes. So we're going to skip past the compass here. I don't need that. In fact, we've already beat this place once. What I do need is some arrows. I mean, if you want a ferry, you can jump down this thing, but no one needs a ferry for this dungeon. I mean, unless it's just like giving you a ton of trouble, you don't need a ferry. There we go, forgetting where the switch is again. Alright, so we're just gonna breeze through this real fast. Knock all this out real quick. And we're going to finish this dungeon for real. Don't turn down rupees. dragon. That's plenty enough arrows to beat these guys. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, so we got the pendant. So we don't have to defeat them again. And now that we entered correctly, we get the pendant. Oh, wait. Wasn't that the green pendant, though? I thought the red pendant was the pendant of courage. Let's see if we get credit for it. Alright, so we did get the dash boots. And I am completely out of bombs. Crap. Alright, so now we got the dash boots. So you never actually need the book when you do this method. Well, except maybe to get bombos. Do you really need bombos? I think you need quake. We shall see. Alright. So remember what I said about going here and crossing over this. So the moment you cross there, you're going to go off basically an infinite loop, and all kinds of buggy, glitchy things are going to happen at this point. So we're going to try a different method, if I can manage it. Sometimes it takes a little practice. Alright, so we're going to double back. And we're going to try and go down the corner of this screen. So it actually thinks we're in a different place than we are right now. And as long as I can navigate it properly, we should be able to get where we want to go. It's really easy to get stuck. Oh. Alright, so I'm right there, so I need to go this way, and I should need to go up. Well, it keeps happening. Alright, so I think we're locked into the one area. We should be able to go this way. So this glitch gets a little tricky because it requires some fancy footwork. So what I'm doing here is I am resetting the frame so that I get rid of that auto-scrolling glitch. You'll note that I'm actually not on like the place that it looks like I'm on. And it's like that until I reset that frame. So when I go up and then down, that's when this glitch is sort of deactivated for this area. And that's important because you really don't want to trigger the auto scroll. If you do, well, you're just going to have to restart your system. And you'll lose any save data. So here I'm actually going to the Desert Palace, of course, before we save Zelda, and it's raining, and you'll note that the stones are gone, so we don't actually need the book or anything. It's not really a requirement. And we've kind of upped the speed here because this video is pretty much for the more advanced players. And I expect them to know how to play this dungeon. You know, it's something you guys have probably seen before, so I don't think you're going to need any hand-holding through it. I mean, this is definitely a video for the more advanced Zelda players. Alright, so now that we got the glove, that opens up some things for us. So next up, we're going to perform the glitch again. And we're kind of going to fall along this wall. And we're going to go up a little bit. And I've slowed down these sections so that y'all can kind of follow along. I'm going to include a map in the comments, of course, but watching may also help. I mean, that's why this video is here. So this route is a little bit more complicated than most. And that's because the room we're going to, we kind of need to avoid some hazards as far as traversing the dungeon map. So some places are a little harder to get to, and also you don't want to accidentally trigger infinite looping rooms, because that can just get you kind of stuck. As sure as like falling into a room that you shouldn't fall into. I mean, there's a number of ways you can get stuck. And you were never meant to be able to really do this. I mean, this is just a happy accident that you can do these things. I mean, I would say be glad that we can do it at all. There was kind of an oversight as far as Zelda goes, so that's what allows us to do this. Because, I mean, the layering wasn't really done correctly. So of all the paths I take, this one is kind of the most complicated. But if you follow it, it's not too bad. Alright, so this is going to drop us right into the third dungeon. And we already have the master key for this dungeon, technically, because we have the master key for the castle. So that kind of gives us the master key to any dungeon we pop into, at least from the castle, as far as it's concerned. And of course this segment is sped up again, because I'm assuming most people know how to get the Moon Pearl, you know? So we'll be skipping some things. Alright, so next up, I kind of want to showcase the false Dark World glitch. And it's kind of an interesting one, because you'll have like Dark World palettes all over the place, and yet you will be in the light world. It's really strange. So to do this, we have to actually pop into a dungeon that is in the Dark World. And you actually don't need the Moon Pearl for this part. I just kind of got it out of the sake of convenience. It's not really required because the game only checks for a Moon Pearl whenever you're in the overworld of the Dark World. Whenever you're in a dungeon in the Dark World, it doesn't care if you have the Moon Pearl or not. So that's something worth noting. Essentially, the Moon Pearl is not required for a lot of the things you're going to see. I did get it though to cover my bases for later. So those slimes that were falling a minute ago, those can and will damage you. So if you're going through that room, make sure you try to go through quickly. Alright, so here we crossed over to the opposite side of the map. And like our reference before, the map kind of wraps around. So when you cross out one side, it does kick you to the opposite end. Basically, it works like the Pac-Man board. So if you can't get to a place from one side, you can always try and switch sides to get to it maybe a little more conveniently. And for that matter, there are actually more than one dungeon that you can teleport in and out of too. It's just that the castle initially is probably the one of the easiest to go through. And this would be one of those dungeons that you can actually phase in and out of. And there is some holdover from the pallets from the castle, you'll note. And I did open that door, but I mean, I really didn't need to. It just kind of saves me from having to go get the big key at this moment. However, I end up having to get it later anyway. Because this particular dungeon cannot be completed with the break-in method. At least as far as glitching into it goes. And that's only because it has some more complicated features like some moving conveyor belts and stuff. So it does cause issue. Those actually become solid and they don't function correctly. So you're going to have a lot of trouble doing this dungeon if you don't just do it in the regular way. Alright, so when I go outside of this isn't the Dark World. I mean, I can't even interact with the door to the Thieves' Town dungeon. And you'll note that some NPCs are actually in the town now. However, they don't look anything like they should. They definitely look a little strange. It's pretty weird. And the false Dark World glitch, it makes all kinds of crazy stuff happen. So you can tell it's still raining outside. We do have some NPCs that are out. And they don't look anything like they're supposed to. And this is just funny, you know. It's just a funny little glitch. And now the moment that you leave the town, a lot of the palettes will go back to normal. You see that palette revert? Okay. A lot of things reverted. However, the palettes for the trees didn't fully revert. And some of the color palettes didn't fully revert. So it looks like you're in the Dark World. And by now, most of the things have reverted back to what they should look like, but you're still going to have that weird palette swap with the Dark World. And this is just a fun little glitch, of course. And since we haven't saved Zelda yet, there are no NPCs outside. And if you didn't hear earlier, any NPCs that were inside are pretty much unaffected. They are, for the vast majority, unaffected by this. So here is where that Dark World palette swap is pretty apparent. Like, you can see the weird contrast. And the weirdness continues because enemies haven't really spawned correctly. So up here, I have no idea what that thing is. I don't even know what to call it. I'm assuming it's a Zora that's just been absolutely butchered as far as the way its palette is working. So it's kind of a mess. As are whatever was up there. And it can damage you. And also here, I'm going to show you how essentially every NPC is affected by the fact that Zelda hasn't been saved yet. So you cannot even get the flippers at this point. So until you save Zelda, there's not a lot that you can do. You are kind of stuck. There's quite a few things you can do, but at the same time, you cannot finish the game without saving Zelda. A lot of key events do not happen the way they should. So we're going to speed things up a little bit here. And now, I'm going to show you how to get to the Dark Palace, or Dark World Dungeon 1. And it's actually fairly straightforward to get there. It's not too complicated. There are some things you're going to want to note when you try to phase into it, because it's a little more complicated than some of the other dungeons you've kind of just popped into and been somewhat okay. And the thing to keep in mind is that you're kind of going to have to fix yourself a little bit when you get in there. Because it really does not like you phasing into it. So these areas I'm running through here, this is essentially a straight line from the bottom of that room with those guys. And then when you hit this room, you know that you've kind of hit where you need to be. And this one's a great reference point because it's easy to spot on the map as well. So if you have a problem about getting lost, you can use this room to kind of get your bearings. So if you just shoot straight across to this room, there's so many places you can go from just making like a quick right or a quick left and then moving along to the actual place you want to get to. So for the Dark World Dungeon 1, you're just going to go straight up after you go back to the next room. And you're going to come all the way up. And you're going to hit this fairy room, okay? And you're going to make a left. And carefully, you're going to have to avoid the hammer guys. But the most important thing here is you're going to have to align yourself with that door. So to do that, you're going to listen for the sound of you going up the stairs. When you hear the sound of you going up the stairs, it means you are exactly aligned with that door. Now, you could walk into that next room regardless of where you're aligned at, but if you're not aligned with a door, you will immediately get stuck in the wall and have to redo it. So this is very important. So it may take a little bit to sort of align yourself with the stairs since you can't see. And then you're just going to kill these guys real quick. So kill them. Alright, and once they're dead, go through this door up here. And then come back down. And that is going to fix you and sort of make you solid within this dungeon now. So we're going to speed things up again, because I'm sure you guys have seen Dark Hole Dungeon 1 be completed before. Maybe not so badly, but I also don't have half the items I'm supposed to have. And I'm still working with a level 1 sword. And with a level 1 sword, that guy's kind of hard to kill. So I'm just going to skip him. So this part's important. You want to make sure you go and you pick up a few keys for this dungeon. You need just enough keys to get you to the big chest. And you need 3 keys to do this. So here's where you get your 3 keys. And you're pretty much set at that point. You're kind of going to fumble through the dark a little bit. There's some bombs if you needed some. And then you can get the hammer. So now that we have the hammer, we're pretty much as far as we can go as far as not saving Zelda. You can go a little further, but I mean, you're gonna have trouble. And there are a few items you can still get before you save Zelda. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that. I mean, if you really persevere, you might be able to get the Titan's Mint before you save Zelda, but it's still not gonna do you much good, honestly. Here I was trying to find a place with fairies that I could catch. That didn't work out though. At this point I kind of remember, oh, I haven't saved Zelda yet, and I don't want to do that glitch again because it's somewhat difficult to execute and I didn't want to waste time. especially not when it was necessary. Or when it wasn't necessary. All about saving time, really. So, this is actually the Dark World for real. We went through a real Dark World portal, and we did go actually into the real Dark World. There are still some glitches because we haven't saved Zelda yet, and one of those is the fact that the Dark World Flute Boy is surrounded by some sort of abominations. I don't even know what those are. But you know what? We're going to find his flute for him. Genuinely have no idea what he's surrounded by. I'm pretty sure it's a holdover from the Light World, though. Alright, so we trigger our glitch again. And there's slow-mo versions of this in the earlier episode. The only reason I'm making it so fast now is because you guys have seen this a few times, and I'm sure you're getting tired of it, you know? At this point, you should know how to execute that glitch if you're this far in, considering how many times I've used it. And I have a lot of faith in those more advanced Zelda players too. Alright, so let's go wake up the bird. And with that, we have pretty much hit a wall as far as what we can do before we save Zelda. Yes, you can do a few more things, but you kind of have to savor at this point. So we're going to have a compilation. I've cut out a lot of stuff because I'm assuming you guys know how to get these items already. I didn't use any fancy tricks to get these items. All I did was go to the dungeons. So here is the item compilation that gets unlocked after you get Zelda. Because once you free Zelda, you can get all this stuff. So it's kind of a wave of items that we can pick up now. Alright, and now that we're here, we're going to press on, and we are going to head to the Ice Palace. And that's one of the 2 other dungeons you have to actually complete. So first a little health. And now it's time for the Ice Palace. Alright, let's get this ice dungeon out of the way. Well, Ice Palace. Alright, so first let's get the monkey taken care of. Let's get rid of these guys real quick. And let's just blow through this. So this is one of those dungeons that you absolutely have got to beat. And I mean, it's not that hard. Really. It's not particularly hard. Oof. It is so hard to dodge on the ice. Alright, let's get in here. Oh, that wasn't the right direction. Good thing I had an extra bomb. Probably gonna need this up here, huh? I just might need that. And that I'm gonna have to hang on to. No, wait, I think that has to stay red. Yeah, that's gotta stay red. Ow. Well, that didn't work out at all. Let's steer clear of that thing. Yeah, this place isn't too bad. I mean, if you can handle it, like, it's real quick. There's a lot of extra magic there. Alright, gotta wait for this guy to go by, and boom. And we're not going to use that bomb yet, because we don't need it. What we do need is to go after our big key. Oh, those guys were kind of annoying. I'm gonna be needing that for show. Suppose I could have just walked through here, huh? Ow. Let's just skip all that nonsense. Alright, not much left. What's up with that key? Alright, hopefully I can get a bomb somewhere. Here we go. My luck is good. That should be something useless. Yeah, that's a map. Don't even need it. Why would I? Alright, let's knock this puppy out. Thought one of those was supposed to drop a full magic. Maybe I was wrong. Oof, that was close. I am playing a dangerous game here. Magic dust. What? There we go. Alright, moving along, moving along. It's a little helpful. Somewhat. Usually... There we go. Usually these guys drop a full magic. Maybe not all the time, but most of the time. Let's go and claim our armor. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt bad. Alright. Fancy armor. So you can actually go and get the red armor before you get the blue armor. And it should give you pretty much the protection you're supposed to get from it. But there's one issue. If you do get it before that, then you're going to have a problem later. If you go and you get the blue armor, then your defense will actually drop. So like the next armor that you pick up will replace that one. So you could screw up. And you could actually mess your armor up enough that you end up with like less armor than you should. So while you can raid that dungeon early, I wouldn't really recommend it. Oh man, my timing was off. Oh well. No worries. Alright, let's do the double back. But first, let's replenish our fairies. I used 2 fairies in this dungeon? man. That's rough. Thought I just had one empty jar. Alright, we'll switch back. Nothing too serious. Crap. Hate those guys. Alright. Getting things done today. I don't even need to kill these guys for their magic. Alright, we drop back around. Push in our block. Call it a day. And I'm gone. Let's go take out Cold Stare real quick like. Now normally bombos would be ideal, but it's fine. Fire rod's plenty enough for these guys anyway. And we catch our first crystal. One of the few we actually need here. And then she's gonna talk a lot. I think we all know what she's gonna say, since this is actually an advanced video for people that have played this game a lot and just want to raise their level. She is so talky. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, so now we're pretty much ready to take on Misery Mire. We have everything we need. I think we have for a while. As a matter of fact. So, as far as your, well, it's not displaying the crystals, since I didn't get all the pendants. I think it displays the crystals after I beat the wizard. But normally you'll see the crystals, and the two in the bottom left corner are the only ones you need to actually collect. And those crystals pertain to Misery Mire and the Ice Palace. They're not too serious. See, we don't need no books. Never did. And to be fair, I could have come here much earlier. I usually like to have my invisibility cloak before this though. And just about everyone knows that you don't need the hook shot for this. Why would you? Quick little mop up for them. Ah, crap. I forgot to get the key. That room down there is just a trap. Let's see, where was the key here? Oof, there were two of those. These guys suck. I have no idea what's up with these guys that be shooting lasers like that. I honestly have no idea what they're about. So we will be coming back here. Oh, that's not going to be fun for this place. Ow. See, what was over here? Ah, there we go. Okay, get some magic. Good enough. Ow. Guess it wasn't quick enough for that one. Let's see, was there a key in here or not? Stupid slug. I think this was another, like, decoy room or something. There are a lot of dead-end rooms in this place. That's a decoy room. There we go. Much better. The magics. Hey, be quiet. Quit throwing your stupid magic around. No one likes you. Stupid whiz robes. Why do they just appear right in front of me like that? That's just a terrible idea on their part. Alright, so we open the magic room, get our big key, and we call it a day with that. So here we go. Yeah, it's just right down here. I don't know why it doesn't look like a hole you're supposed to be able to fall in, but that's just the way it looks. And it sets you up, like right here. What was even in here? Where does that go? Oh, takes you directly to this. I guess that's kind of handy, but not really. Not particularly helpful. Don't throw no bones at me. Alright. Apparently there's a compass in that room too, but you have to really want it. And when it comes to compasses and maps, I never want them. Because there is no point. Alright, let's be a little cheaty. Get the cane I'm going to use like a handful of times. Great. So happy. Alright, let's press on. That wasn't worth it. Shut up. I said no with my sword. Great, lasers and the dark, my favorite. Well, that didn't work out. There we go. Really want to throw that at the skeleton. Just wasn't having it. Ow. Fine. Guess I'll waste some magic. Flip a switch, and these guys come out to play. There we go. Problem solved. You can farm these guys if you really, really want to, but it's not really a requirement. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Especially if you have fairies like I do. Oh yeah. Let's just do this. This seems to work well. And normally I'd have enough magic just to tank them out. But I didn't bring any extra magic with me, just fairies. And that is the extent of all the dungeons that you need to beat to unlock silver arrows. And then she's going to talk a bunch. And we actually have to beat the first wizard and the second wizard to trigger Ganon. And you want to beat them in order, because it causes problems. Like, the game really does not like it when you beat them out of order. You may even mess it up so bad that, like, you can't finish the game. I hate these birds so much. I always find the exact right spot where I sit on top of the rock. Always happens. There we are. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, let's see here. We need to acquire rupees. At least we'll need them for the Ganon fight. Because that's the magic potions, man, right there. Alright, so real quick, we're going to go grab our extra jar. And then, real quick again, we're going to go take out the first Dark Wizard fight. And then right after that, we're going to jump right into the second Dark Wizard fight and the red mail armor. And that'll do it. That will pretty much be the game. And you just gotta fight Ganon. Easy. Sweet. My bird does not fly under bridges, apparently. Must really not like bridges. Can he hit me with arrows from up there? I don't think he can. Alright. Let's see. We're missing something. I guess it's fine. It is only the first Dark Wizard fight, so I should have beat that already. Technically. So here's what we gonna do. And go in this cave, and we are going to trigger that. So we're going to set up our glitch, because if we started from Link's house, that would ruin our glitch because of the ramp that's there. That would absolutely ruin it. So what we're going to do is, we're just going to walk over there. And then when you phase into the Dark World, and we're going to try and watch out for that guy. We're not going to touch any ramps or anything that's even near a ramp, because that could be a problem for our glitch. And we're going to go in here. And we're just going to get up against the wall, like so, and phase through it. Just like that. Alright, now let's check our map. Alright, so when you go down one, you go to the right one, the right again, to sort of get our bearing correct, then drop back this way, and then go down and through the ceiling to reset to the top. Alright. So let's be careful here and go along the wall and then pop in. Alright, so now we are in Ganon's tower. And at present, we have a master key. And that part's important. Let's see. Should be... Oh, and the best part? No enemies. Ganon's tower is pretty much useless at this point. Oh, that's not going to trigger correctly. Probably have to go get a key from somewhere else. But oh well. let's press on. Hopefully we don't break Ganon's tower. That would not be good at all. Yeah, those guys don't even work whenever you're doing this. That's pretty funny, actually. I forgot that room was useless. Oh, crap. Already used up all my keys. Really, who needs red armor anyway? This is what's important. Open right up. Oh, I thought there was a switch here. Oh well. Alright. Let's make sure we get all the doors open. And then we'll have to reset if we want this to trigger correctly. Oh, and here's a little trick here. You don't need fancy stunts to get across there, you can just bounce across. I forget what's in here, I think it's just loot. Yeah, it's just loot. I mean, we can try and trigger Ganon this way, and then if we fail, we can just come back. Not even a big deal. Well, that's easy so far. All the doors just kind of open up automatically. Pretty handy. So far, so good. Let's see here. Down, left, down, right, boom. Not even a big deal. And no enemies here either. It's like we caught them sleeping or something. Good thing I broke in here. Ooh. I wonder if this is gonna work. I think it'll work. Yeah, it should work. Shouldn't even be a problem. Still works fine. So far, everything's working great. And no enemies. Oh, wow. I guess the floor is not going to break either. Well, that was pretty handy. Oh man, I'm stopped right dead in my tracks. I can't go any further. I don't have the key. If only I'd saved a key. Oh man, it sent me back here. Crap. Well, we're gonna have to redo this. Actually, there might be a fix for that. Can at least get a little bit further. If I go through here and use the key from this. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I ever grabbed the key here. If I didn't, that's going to be very handy. Oh man, I must have grabbed the key from here and then I used it. Crap. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? But I know there's another key in here that I didn't grab. So there is one key left. That I'll be able to use. I just have to go grab it. Luckily, I saved one. Ow. There it is. Just what I needed. Alright, now we have our key that we need, and we just need to go and trigger a glitch, and we can get our stuff. Alright, so first, set up the glitch. So we go in here. How many fairies do I have left? 2. Plenty enough. Good enough. Alright, so boom and boom. Alright, so we have to start from Sanctuary. Let's see here. Where'd that guy go? Alright. So we're going to go back to Kakariko Town. Kakariko Village. Oh. And we are going to go to the Dark World and trigger this again. And this time we're going to roll in there and blow all the doors off. And I'll have the option to go back and get the red armor if I want to. But I don't want to. Alright, let's pop through. Alright, so we go back. Let's consult the map here. Alright, so we need to go down, right, right again, okay, double back, and then straight down. Alright, and here we are. And let's just pop into Ganon's palace and go break down that door I was after. Because for some reason the doors work, but the switches don't. So a lot of stuff is broken, but a lot of stuff is broken in a good way. Because I can just troll right through here like nothing. That's pretty awesome. Not gonna complain. Seriously, we must have caught Ganon sleeping or something. Because ain't nobody here. Where are all his minions at and stuff? I mean, it's like magic. I just walk in and doors open. It's fantastic. Don't even have to worry about a boss fight. Fine with that. Let's see here. Alright, down, left, down, right, down. No problem. And... oh yeah, crap. I forgot about this room. Well, hopefully I got enough magic. That gave me a little bit. That's plenty. Should be, at least. There we are. course I get a refill. Well, that was easy. The room didn't even try and fall apart. And boom. I remember this. I don't remember why it was like that. Well, crap. I'm down to another key. This is problematic. Well, let's double back. It's down here. This place takes too many keys. Wish I had saved some from earlier. All right. Oh. Am I trapped? I'm absolutely trapped. Well, crap. There are no more keys left in this place, as far as I know. I would have to phase into another dungeon. I had a key I needed. The thing is, there's only so many dungeons you can phase into. This is a problem. Let's instead do this. Can't remember if going down those stairs will mess me up or not. Can't remember if that's a layer change or not. But I do remember, I think I can just fly. If I recall correctly. I can just fly over here. All right. Let's steer clear of him. Really don't want him messing up my stuff. If it's even active after that layer change. We're about to find out, though. Oh yeah. Apparently it's a bit more resilient than I thought. Alright, we go right. We go right. And we keep going right. Now cut left and straight down. And here we are. Ganon's place. Wonder if I can go out and back in. Ah, there we go. I should have fixed the dungeon. Basically, we skipped everything with the keys. For the most part. Though now I'm gonna have to actually go through those extra rooms. So that's not gonna save me much time. If only I had more keys. It's like right here on the edge, I think. That works fine too. Works fine for me. Would have been a good trade-off had my aim been better. Ooh, that hurt. That hurt a lot. I forgot how much I hated these rooms. Ow. One fairy left. It's not looking good. Ow. Rough stuff, rough stuff. Alright, there we go. Had to use up some magic power, but what can you do? Ooh. Oh, bueno. Well, let's take advantage of this. Take full advantage of that. Ooh, and full magic. If only I had bombos. Come closer. Yeah, bombos would have been real handy here. Oh man, that sucks. I hate this guy so much. Ooh, that hurt. I'd be taking the hard hits here. Maybe I do need that upgraded armor, I don't know. Oof. Just waiting for him to sit there and blast the crap out of me. That was a bit handy. What? I actually gotta fight these guys. Aw. And I thought I could get away with it too. Not like they're that hard. Nor did I ever fight them right in the first place, so... Fair enough, game. Fair enough. Fair enough. If I'd had more keys, I could have cheated harder. That room is very helpful. And there's almost nothing in there that wants to kill me. Alright, let's just run really fast. It's a pretty good superpower. Oof. Oof. Rough stuff. Come over here. Well, I didn't drop anything. Besides like 1 rupee. That's just insulting. Well, this got a little bit harder, didn't it? Not really that much harder, though. Yeah, that's not that hard. That's not bad. This could have been a little problematic, but let's just do this. Well, I guess the cape doesn't trigger fast enough. So much for that. Thanks for the key. There we go, that's much better. Oh, I could use a fairy. I will never turn down an extra key. Oh, this guy again? Really? Oh yeah, you can't even finish this place without beating it correctly anyway, because that chest doesn't show up. If you try to cheese this place and like cheat your way through the last portion of it, yeah, that chest doesn't even show up. So yeah, you kind of have to beat it legit. Or semi-legit. About as legit as I try to beat it. Oh, they got me. They got me good. I actually have to go and get the big key. Oh, this is terrible. There we go, finally. Well, I managed to cheat my way through most of it. Just not as much of it as I wanted to. Do I need fairies? Well, I have the jar. Alright, and we'll snag the red armor. Awesome. Always good to have. And we're on our way. We've already done like 90% of this dungeon. I just have to backtrace all this because I had no idea I needed a big key to unlock another door. Who would have known? Beat him to death. There we are. Let's see. There was like a sweet spot on this thing. Crap. Wait. There it is. It's that spot right there. Let's just have them come here. I was like, are they gonna give me arrows? Gonna need arrows. This job doesn't really get done without arrows. Ow. Thing is, even if I had the mirror shield, it doesn't block those. Doesn't even block those lasers. It only blocks the useless lasers. Completely and utterly useless. That's all the mirror shield is. Ooh, ow. That wasn't cool. See, when you use the mirror, it resets the dungeon, so therefore it's going to reset all the goodies. Awesome. Let's get creative here. Why do they only drop 1 rupee? What kind of crap is this? I mean, this is basically the end of the game. Why is everything dropping 1 rupee? What's the deal? Can Ganon not afford to pay better? Oh man, I was doing so good for a minute there. Oh well, moving along. Wow, that makes it really hard to move on the ice. I'll save my magic. I don't know why they thought adding that little thing in the corner was going to make this harder. It doesn't really make it harder. It just makes it a little annoying. Not even that annoying. Really. I don't know what they were thinking. Alright. Ow. That wasn't cool. I think I have enough magic for this. Probably. It's okay, I'll get more. That's interesting. For a moment there, I didn't use any magic. I guess if you use the magic as it fills, you don't really use it. Who can really know? just gonna skip you, thanks. Let's just not even do that, homie. There's a lot of those guys in here. Alright, let's try this again. That was so close the last time. Oh, messed up my redirect. Oh man, those three wizards, they really get me. Usually I can get a couple bolts into them too. That's just not working out today. What? He just sort of waits around. There we go. Problem solved. And then we get a Ganon. So my bird does come to the Dark World. So if you do this wrong, Ganon does not trigger correctly. But if you do it right, of course he does. Alright. Let's get our silver arrows and upgraded sword. And we'll be good to go. First we need a super bomb. Thanks for the super bomb, homie. And that red armor is pretty sweet. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And let's blow a big old hole in Ganon's temple. Because I don't care about his temple. Of course we'll throw something in. For starters, the arrows. I will give you something important. The silver arrows. So instead of my lightsaber, I get like the super lightsaber. Alright, so we need some potions of magic and life. Because Ganon does take some potions of magic for show. So let's raid some of the rupees that I need to get. There's one here in town, and there's another hiding away. Honestly, if you play it right, you'll never need rupees in this game. I mean, like, you could upgrade your arrows and stuff, but eh. I don't think you need that many arrows and bombs, honestly. Oh, it finally reverted to my crystals. Took it long enough. Alright, so we have barely none of the items you actually need in the game. We skipped out on a lot. We didn't beat barely any of the dungeons either. I mean, we really cheated our way through this. I wonder if this dude's gonna get upset that I'm setting all these fairies loose in his shop. Like, I ate them. Is that not okay? And we'll keep one fairy in case I make some sort of mistake. Other than that, should be fine. Oh wait, I need to refill my magic. Oh crap. Well, there's a quick way to do this. I'll just have to get another fairy. Seeing as how fairies are free, why not? So we'll just refill, boom, with that. It's kind of on the way anyway. Yes, give me something better. Boom. Full magic. Love it. Alright, almost ready to take on Ganon. Oh, there was a bomb in there. That's great. Honestly, doesn't take 26 arrows to kill Ganon either. It shouldn't. So yeah, I think we're ready. Let's wrap this thing up. Let's do this thing. We cheated all our way here, and now, well, we can't really cheat anymore. I mean, we can a little bit. Nothing too serious, though. We can cheat like this. Yeah, shut up, Cannon. No one cares. Oh, I hate that. That's annoying. Those like super annoying bat stuns. Fine. Fine. Alright, there we go. Seriously, man, those bat stuns. They're so annoying. Technique of darkness. I've got a technique of darkness too. Whoa, now. He's trying to knock me off. Cannon sucks. Super annoying. Like, that's what he goes to? Tries to knock you off. I mean, he tried to be cheaty. Why can't I be cheaty? Cheating at PlayStation, man. This ain't even PlayStation. Okay, there goes my fairy. Gonna have to watch my health a little closer now. Alright, there goes the bat. You always want to wait for the bat, and then you do it. Because if you don't, he's probably going to knock you off. Oh man, really? There we go. God, super annoying. So you can actually fall off this, and if you do, you have to fight Ganon all over again. I don't recommend it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Well guys, that is Breaking Zelda on Izzy and Jay Nintendo Radio. And I hope you guys found out something new today, you know? I mean, I laid out a lot of stuff for you, and of course the map to navigate the dungeons is going to be included in the description. other than that, I hope you guys will like, comment if you have anything constructive to say, or you just want to give us some ideas, and subscribe if you really liked us. And if you want to see more from us, hit that notification bell, and every time we upload, you'll see something new. And we do upload, or we try to upload every day, so I always try to have new content every day for y'all. Return of the King, Hyrule Castle. So, I guess he didn't die either. I guess no one actually died in this game, but maybe the wizard? I guess he died. Not entirely sure. Maybe he didn't exist to begin with. Mountain Tower. Yeah, we never even really went up here. I kind of just glitched my way through all of it. I thought her uncle died. And then he's got the original crappy sword, and then I've got the lightsaber. You got King Zora over there still selling them flippers. The witch is still out there doing her thing. Whatever it is she does. Stir stuff all day, I guess. I have no idea what she actually does. Oh, even Flute Boy's okay. Even though he turned into a tree. I'm not sure what the fairy thing's about. We knew the fairy was okay. The bread dwarves. Hammering out their hard brand of bread. The chickens roam free. Oh, the bug catching kid's okay now too. The lost old man, he's lost again, of course. What did the forest thief do exactly? Got angrier, I guess. Not entirely sure. And I go and put the sword up that I never took out. Because I never actually used the Master Sword. I just used the sword that the dwarves made. Who needs the Master Sword? Seriously. But with that, we're going to wrap it up. Not going to make y'all watch all the credits, because they're relatively long. We'll catch y'all next time.